Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's main event at the Handed Down Beatdown. I'm Cobra, and it is a mixed tag tonight. I have Madam Tuesday as my tag team partner. Say hello, Madam.
What up, y'all?
Well, WrestleMania is on the horizon. We are coming up closer on that road to the final destination of WrestleMania. But before that, we had one final pit stop, which was the Elimination Chamber. And
Correct.
Not gonna lie, from what I saw, I was not impressed at all. I thought it was a below mid PLE. Like it could have been a lot better. The booking could have been a lot better, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Tuesday, what do you got to say about that?
It was okay. Starting out for women's real quick. It wasn't, it was okay until it kind of got to the point where when everything actually began to start. I'm gonna say I had more fun with the Elimination Chamber last year with watching it. That was actually more fun. And this year, I hate it sucks because usually on top of it when it comes to like women doing good with the wrestling, but I the booking is just rather lackluster, to be honest. I mean, hey, kudos to Rhea winning. I obviously am a diehard Rhea fan. I believe in her rights and wrongs.
Hey, you're getting no argument from me on that one. I love Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. So it's just that it was lackluster. And I hate to say it because since it's also going to be a match where she's going to take on Jade Cargill for getting the title, I don't know if she's going to win it because it is SmackDown. So, and Rhea is Raw. Now, not to say that if there's some sort of window or she wants to jump to it and then get it, I mean, hey, more kudos to her. But at the same time, it's kind of like it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know what's going to happen on that front. I mean, it's possible that they put Rhea Ripley as like a free agent wanderer, if that makes sense. Like she defends the title on both Raw and SmackDown because she's just that good if she beats Jade Cargill. But it's a slippery slope on that one, and I don't know how to properly answer that. But yeah, I could definitely tell you I agree with the that last year's women's elimination chamber was far superior than this year's. I mean, don't get me wrong, the right person won, but the match itself was a colored by number type of matchup, unfortunately.
Yep.
A rare women's elimination chamber popcorn match. That's the best way I can describe it. It was one of those where, I'm going to go grab some popcorn, honey. I'll be right back type of moment.
Yep.
No,
exactly.
And the good news is that it did get better, but when it started to go downhill, it went downhill hard, and we're going to get to that in a minute. So, speaking of that, AJ Lee, a champion once again, defeating Becky Lynch for the women's Intercontinental title. I can definitely tell that you are decked out right now, Madam Tuesday, in the AJ Lee's finest Black Widow attire.
Absolutely.
The only thing you didn't have was the black and pink high top, the high top Converses.
Oh gosh. Problem is though, I am a thick calf kind of girly, so high tops with that style up to my knees.
Madam Tuesday, I do not skip leg day either. Thank you very much. So I can never pull that off.
I can never pull it off. Yes. But, however, though, I am very happy though that AJ finally got the IC title, which finally it's like no issues with Lynch, but at the same time it's kind of like, girl, you, you it's just not gonna work. It's about time that we just give the IC title to someone else now.
And not only that, but AJ Lee finally has a belt that properly fits her. Because let's face it, the Divas title never fit AJ Lee. AJ Lee is a wrestler. She is not eye candy, so that you get to see the little pretty butterfly belt, which every women's wrestler called an insult.
Yes.
NXT at the time the Divas belt was still active had a way better women's championship at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they didn't have to do anything too fancy. It was still a normal belt, but they still kept it a little bit feminine by some of the gemstones being pink, so it was fine. Sometimes you don't need to over feminine belts. You don't need to. You also don't need to turn them into big ass corporate WWE logos, assholes. Bring back the winged eagles.
Ring crown jewel.
Yeah. Which speaking of that, AJ Lee's Intercontinental Women's Championship, CM Punk decided, you know what? Since Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins decided to pose naked, and I might as well bring that up. So hang on one second.
Yeah.
CM Punk belt pose.
Yes.
Elimination Chamber. Sorry about that. 1 second.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Yeah. You sent that picture earlier today, and that was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. I was all like, what is this?
Yep. Yeah. Where is it? Right there. Yeah,
And I could see it where...
That's a bad one. That is a bad one. That's a bad one. Here we go. Okay. Let's see what happens.
It makes me think as well, like, I would think CM Punk would just give that heavyweight title with AJ. Just for fun with you.
Yeah, no. He decides to do that.
I know.
Drink it in, guys. Drink it in, viewers.
Yes.
Oh my God. That is the image. That is the move.
That is the money shot.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was epic. And of course, before CM Punk. Oh, wait, was this before CM Punk or was it after? There was rumblings going around about this big ass wooden crate. That was appearing on Raw. Some people say it was going to be someone to break down the walls. That was going to be Y2J, but unfortunately, it was a little bit less obvious than that. It was everyone's favorite, very nice, very evil vampire, Danhausen, which definitely got a very, very mixed, very bad reception by the city of Chicago. Danhausen was not well received at all. It definitely felt like a gobbledygooker type of moment, if that makes sense. Like, yeah.
I thought I was watching kind of like for when I was watching it when he came out with the music and everything, I was like, is this like Hotel Transylvania kind of style, or is this like your 80s like
It felt
parody?
it felt like an Elvira piece.
Yeah, it did.
That would have I think that would have made it even worse if Elvira, Mistress of the Night, came out herself, which
honestly should have a better reception.
Probably.
She'd have a reception.
Probably, but I mean, maybe at WrestleMania because Vegas is her hometown, but I don't know. But Danhausen was not well received by Chicago.
No.
Guaranteed Danhausen is going to blame Pepsi Fatal, but I don't know. That's my best Danhausen. But I was not. I mean, I'm glad Danhausen is in WWE. I do think he is on the wrong spot. He is not a main roster call-up. He is an NXT piece. Nope. That is what Danhausen is. He's an NXT piece.
I was just thinking, is like, why not instead of just putting him into like the main roster? Why not? When you said NXT with that, I was thinking it's like, why not have a bit with him, like bits with him and Joe Hendry or something? I mean, just comic relief 100%. Of some sort.
Danhausen is a comedy wrestler. He is a legit comedy wrestler, and one of the rare comedy wrestlers that Jim Cornette likes, believe it or not. But it was just a damp squib of a debut for Danhausen, and I wish him luck. I hope that this negative reception turns into something interesting, like maybe a Danhausen heel turn. Like, that would be interesting to see, like Danhausen being a full-on heel. Like, I mean, comedy heels have been done. Ask Santino Marella.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like, so not again, do with like sabotage, like a comedy relief kind of thing.
It can be done. So I'm not saying it can't. So now, like I said, speaking of Pepsi Phil, CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the WWE title, or is it the World Heavyweight title? Yeah, I think it's the World Heavyweight.
It was heavyweight.
Yes. CM Punk defeats Finn Balor, which I'm not surprised by, although I kind of wish that Finn Balor actually does get another heavyweight championship reign, considering how terribly ranked his championship reign is in anyone's championship reign. So he does deserve he deserves another major title, is what I'm saying.
And I've been thinking about it too, where honestly, the Judgment Day at this point, it's just like, at this point, it's just like to where you're not sitting where you need to be. Like, at this point, Judgment Day is cursed with this. It's like, because I will say, when it came to the Elimination Chamber in the women's side, like, I did not expect to see Raquel pin 2 for 1. That I will have to say was insane, which I gotta give her flowers for, of how much of a powerhouse and how much she's actually growing in terms of, being a wrestler. Balor, like, for instance, as you mentioned, he is actually good. It's just the booking for him and everything else. They just completely almost treat him as a jobber at this point.
The main problem with WWE's booking is who they're pushing, and I'm going to get to that in a minute.
Oh yeah.
They're pushing the favorites way too hard. Like we are seeing the same drawn out contenders. You know, this is becoming WCW 2000 bad as far as the booking of the championship window is concerned. I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah.
You know, it's that bad. Because what happened at the main event of the Elimination Chamber? Who's going to WrestleMania? Fucking Randy Orton.
Yep.
LA Knight, is right there. The fans are clamoring for him. The fans are clamoring for him. The fans want him. He can definitely be a champion, and you are just pissing it away, Triple H, Paul Levesque, you sucker of Pumpkin Spice Palpatine's tiny, tiny Epstein-riddled penis.
Yes, I will say, yeah. I mean, look, I will say it would be different if it was like per se Randy announced a retirement thing.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's like, okay, he needs 15. Go for it. It's a retirement thing. But Randy's not. Not right now.
No.
He's not.
No.
And then therefore
push him in SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Not WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just fucking give LA Knight what he wants. Give the fans what they want. LA Knight deserves to be a champ. He deserves to be champ.
Yes,
hardcore.
Enough of this. Enough of this nail biting. Just give us what we want.
Yes, because I'm gonna tell you with it. It's just that we all know why Triple H buries LA Knight, and we all know it. Sadly, it's political reasons.
Oh yeah,
because difference of political opinions, you know.
Oh, of course.
So, you know, but you can't piss off. You know who over there.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Is that,
you know, because there's so much of a toddler they actually wear diapers. But anywho, getting away from the dementia riddled shit smell that is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Surprise, surprise! Everyone saw this coming. The Masked Man was Seth Rollins all along.
We called it. I called it.
Yeah, someone please pick up that phone, Madam Tuesday. You fucking called it. You know, or again, it wasn't really an easy call to miss because this is sloppy, lazy booking. Sloppy, lazy booking.
Yes.
You know, putting Seth Rollins back in the title picture again. You know, because it's Triple H favoritism again.
Yep. It's Triple H. I mean, that's what it is at this point. It's just that they just keep booking and booking and booking. They keep burying good talent.
I'm gonna say this. Maybe that's the reason why they put The Undertaker AAA right now. Because maybe they're preparing The Undertaker to take over Triple H's spot, because Triple H is absolutely shit in the bed in 2026. Because AEW is out booking WWE in 2025.
They're becoming more superior.
Yes. And it just seems like that's the big ebb and flow of it all. I mean, MJF is still a great wrestler and a great performer over at AEW. Timeless Tony Storm is definitely improving the women's division. You know, it's just the wrestling is a lot better over at AEW, and you know, I can't explain it.
Yep. It's like I will be honest, I haven't seen too much of AEW, but I have seen like the snippets and parts and stuff that's like with social media and some of the parts that they put on with clips and stuff. I gotta say, it's like Timeless Tony is like
Yes.
eight
Tony
left
Storm.
no crumbs.
Yeah, Tony Storm, no notes. Love her.
No notes. Love her.
No notes.
Absolutely.
Love her.
And
Great wrestler. Yep. Great wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, check out Timeless Tony Storm. And by the way, I'm giving a shout out to my friends who are LGBTQ. Check out Timeless Tony Storm. You will love her.
Oh yeah, it's great. She's definitely a queer icon.
Oh yeah.
Queer icon.
Yep. So getting away from AEW, by the time of our last podcast when we had Alex on here, there is a new NXT champion, and all you have to do is say his name, and he appears. Because we believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
Yep. We believe in Joe Hendry. Indeed, NXT champion, which I definitely knew, which I saw the ladder match. Great ladder match. Great way to give Hendry the title. Is in a bit of a comedy spot, and it was a comedy spot, where they're fighting for the title and they're just swinging for the title. They're just swinging with the belt. Sometimes that's all you need to do. By the way, that was my phone. By the way, you heard the Cobra. Yeah, that's my that's my phone. What?
Nice.
My dad sent me something. That's what it was.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Joe Hendry, NXT champion. What do you think is going to happen from here, Tuesday?
Oh boy. Well, is it bad for me to say? Okay, because I can kind of see where some of this is going to be going. I would say Ricky Saints and Joe Hendry obviously are going to go at it with some of that, but it's one of those that's they're both men with flair is the best way to really say it. They're both men with flair. So honestly, it's going to be that kind of battle. I definitely am excited to see a lot more with Joe actually getting the push. I'm actually happy he's getting to where he can actually grow within it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not gonna lie, I love some of his matches that he had in TNA, especially against Moose. That hardcore match he had when he brought out the Dreamcast was hilarious.
Yes.
All I gotta say. So I hope we can have more comedy spots, but more serious comedy spots, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Have a hardcore match where instead of the thumbtacks, it's Legos. That would be a game changer.
Yes. We need more. We need more. We need a little bit of comedy with it. Just
all right.
Just the right balance.
Yep. So, one more thing before we get ready to wrap up. I wanted to. I've been tracking this wrestler for quite a while, ever since Sting's retirement match, if that makes sense. And that would be the up and comer Steven Borden Jr. Obviously Sting's son. I've been actually watching him in dark matches because they post some of the AEW dark matches on YouTube. I've seen, obviously he's a taller version of Sting.
Yeah.
Because Sting is 6'2", Steven is 6'4.5". But if you look at how Steven is, he walks, he moves, he has the same swagger, if you will, that same type of wrestling, the wrestling swagger, if you will. Not necessarily confidence, but the way they move in the ring, if that makes sense.
It's more like a spitting image kind of thing.
It's like a 1-for-1 clone.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, I want to say not necessarily because he's trying to be the next Sting, but it's definitely leaning towards that way that he is going to eventually take up that mantle of being another Sting.
Just like how Charlotte Flair is obviously took up with that mantle.
I mean, to be fair, Steven Borden is using the turbocharged theme that Sting used in WCW.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite Sting themes. Well, actually, it's one of my favorite wrestling themes of all time because that was how I grew up with Sting.
Yeah.
That's how I correlate with Sting. Not the man called Sting. No, it's the turbocharged theme. That's how I grew up with Sting.
Right.
All right. So that is, I think, all we are going to talk about with in correlation with Elimination Chamber and this week's WWE things. Well, actually, we do have a couple things to add. AJ Styles' retirement was very good. It was great to see Abyss represented in WWE finally. Like that was definitely cool to see. Definitely also cool to hear that he is going into the Hall of Fame. So that's excellent.
Yeah. That almost brought me to tears. I was just like,
and if anyone is going to induct AJ Styles Tuesday, who do you think it should be?
If he were to be inducted?
Mm-hmm. Well, he is going to be inducted, but who's going to induct him?
I would have to say either it's got to be Taker. I mean, it would make sense. But I will say, if not, let's see. I'm trying to think. Who was some alumni that have done the induction along with that? For some reason, I'm thinking Rey Mysterio for some reason, but I don't know.
In my opinion, there's only one person who should induct AJ Styles into the WWE Hall of Fame. It would be nice if WWE let him do it for just one night because he is a part of AEW's crew. And that would be the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
His biggest rival, definitely. Would definitely be great to do it like that. But you know what? We gotta give love to our affiliate sponsor. You know what? Our affiliate today is our fine friends at Underbrush Gum.
Yep.
Yes. Underbrush, the world's first remineralizing chewing gum. I have recently partnered with Underbrush as an affiliate with Handed Down Sports Media. And by the way, I've checked them out. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I too have checked them out before.
See?
And they're pretty good.
They had me get a sampler box. And I've pretty much chewed through the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's really good. Definitely, I've tried it before, and it's all natural ingredients. I actually enjoy like chewing them. It's like I chew like maybe 1 or 2 pieces or so, and like there is a difference with the teeth.
Yes, it is a definite different type of chewing gum. If you are used to like Orbit or Chiclets or anything like that, this is not like that at all.
No.
I think it's a definite different type of gum. As you can see, I got the honey bun.
Nice. You got the honey bun? I like the OG mint. So the OG mint is definitely a good favorite of mine. So
berry.
But I heard there's
berries. I haven't
tried the berry yet. Mhm.
Berry is my favorite. I've tried all the flavors, and
Nice.
I can definitely tell you that if you use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get a podcast to show the channel some love, you'll actually see why this is good all natural gum, and why you'll actually rethink how you chew gum. Thank you, Underbrush.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is it for the Handed Down Beatdown. We got to give a shout out to our other podcasts, like The Gunner's Edge, our bowling podcast that we have every Wednesday night with Ricky Swearingen. We have The Hard Count, our pro football podcast, which we will get back to when free agency starts as a special podcast for that one. Also, Passing Pigskin, our college football podcast. Tyler is back. He can't wait to do that. We also have our baseball podcast, which has a name, High Heat Velocity. It'll no longer be Dirt and Durf. That is gone from Handed Down Sports Media. So, and of course, we're going to be setting up a hockey podcast later, a soccer podcast, which, of course, Chris is definitely excited for.
The World Cup.
And so is my friend Justin Finger, who will definitely be ready for that. And, of course, have a Patreon. Become a member of our Patreon for $1. And, hey, you can actually get access to become one of our talking heads if you become a member of our Patreon. Supporting the channel definitely will help you become a part of Handed Down Sports Media and join the family. And, of course, our affiliates, which are in the bio down below wherever you get your podcast. We're always looking for new talent, always looking for new faces. And we're a growing podcast, and we always need your help. So like, comment, share, and subscribe to this podcast if you like what you see, which we do appreciate. We appreciate you. So, I'm Cobra and Madam Tuesday. Ring the bell.
Ding.
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 See you next time.